So here we have this pretty little ephemera storage collection, and we have these 4 boxes. It's one design. You can make this over and over again, and we've got 4 different labels for buttons, lace, ephemera and ribbon, and lots of these little butterflies in the kit as well, so you can decorate your little boxes. And the buttons have got button cards. These I've used double-sided tape and it's working really well for me. Let me show you my buttons. Look, they look really good like that, and it's a great way to store them. Doesn't take long with the double-sided tape to pop those on there. And then I've got my cotton lace stored here, and you can get quite a lot on these. This one I wanted to see how far I could push it. There's 2 meters of 1 inch wide cotton lace, and cotton lace is relatively thick, so you can get an awful lot on there. And then we have the ephemera, and the ephemera comes with these little envelopes. There's 2 different designs of envelope here, and you can write on the front and store your little bits and pieces of fussy cuts. You can store brads, you can store the buttons that have got backs on that won't lie flat, all sorts of different things you can store in there. And then we've got ribbons, and you get these ribbon spools that you can pop your ribbons on. And then finally we've got our washi tape box, which is a different box, and you can see that I've got quite a lot of washi tape in there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 narrow ones and 2 nice wide ones, and this has got tapered sides, so you can see your washi tape when it's in the box, and again decorated with these little butterflies. So come with me and let's make these. So hello dear hearts, these are all my pages cut out for the ephemera storage kit. I've got envelopes here, I've got button cards here, I've got lace spools and ribbon spools here, and I've got my 2 boxes here. Now I've cut these out on my Cricut machine, so mine is slightly smaller than yours will be if you're cutting by hand, but it still all works the same. I've printed out on 250 gram. I wanted something quite nice and sturdy for the button cards and also for the lace spools, but if you want to go on a thinner stock, I know 200 gram is very popular. You could, if you want to, and if I can get these apart, stick 2 back to back like that to make something extra sturdy. So that's very nice. Right, let us begin with the envelopes, I think. Now I've put one together already. The envelopes are for storing whatever you want to store in them. Little bits of ephemera, buttons, brads, any of those little bits and bobs that you've got kicking about. And you're going to score these black lines that you can see here. And it's just a very simple envelope construction that you probably don't need a tutorial for at all. So we're going to pop those flaps under like that. A little bit of glue on the flaps, fold this piece over and line it up. There we go, and squish it down, and there's your lovely envelope, and you can bring this piece down lastly over the top, and there's your beautiful little envelope that's going to fit in one of your boxes. Let's move on to the the button cards. Let's move on to the button cards. We've got quite a lot of butterflies kicking about. They're page fillers, but also, you know, they're really rather lovely. So there's lots of those. Now these are button cards, and obviously if you want to go to the time and trouble of stitching all your buttons onto your button cards, you can do. I've reverse printed, incidentally, I've reverse printed all of these pages with one of the 2 backing sheets that you get in the kit. Now for these button cards, I'm not going to go to the trouble of stitching all my buttons on, only to want to use them and have to take them off again. So I'm going to use some double-sided tape, and I'm going to run 2 little strips. I'm going to run 2 little strips of double-sided tape when I don't rip it with my fingers. Just tear that to size. It's very sticky stuff, this. Wow. There we go, and I'm going to pop a strip on there like that, and then I'm going to pop another strip on. And that will be enough. It won't work for all my buttons, obviously, because some of them have got the little bibs at the back that won't allow that to happen. but I'm fairly hopeful that for some of my little bits and pieces that I keep lying around, like these little butterflies here, I'll be able to stick these and my little flowers on. I'm going to stick one of those on. Stick another one of those on, and I'll stick another butterfly on as well. I wonder if I'll get 3 butterflies on there, probably. There we go. So they can then go in my little storage box when we've made the little storage boxes. That works really, really well. If you're concerned about that sticky there, you can take a little bit of dusting of chalk or talcum powder or corn flour, or even face setting powder. Just a little tiny dusting over there will get rid of that sticky for you. That looks great. That works fine. So that's the button cards for you. And like I say, stitch those on if you want to. Let's move on now to the little box that will house all of these 3 things. These ribbon cards pretty much speak for themselves. You've got your ribbon card, you've got your length of ribbon or lace, and look, mine's been in a bag just all scrunched up, so these are a great way to sort out your stash and keep it all nice. Look at that, a better person than me would run an iron over that. And then you can just wrap and wrap and wrap and wrap. That's a beautiful little length of cotton lace, vintage cotton lace, that's really now taken care of rather beautifully. You can pop that end under there to secure it if you want to. You can put a little bit of tape on or a little pin in or something like that. But there's your ribbon card, all done with lace. So there we go. There's 3 storage solutions there. That's how we're going to store them. And this is what we're going to store them in. Now I've cut out mine, like I say, with a Cricut. So all of mine is a little bit smaller than yours will be if you're cutting it by hand. Cut out this main shape. And then you are going to cut down there in all 4 corners. I like that. There. And then we're going to crease or score, and we're going to come down all the dark coloured lines that we can see. So there we go, that's your box. Now all we need to do is fold all the edges, fold all those creases into the middle onto the reverse printed side, just to reinforce those nice creases that we've just made. I think that's it. No, one more. 2 more. That's it, we're all done. Now I can start to assemble it. So I can turn it back over and get some glue on these 4 flaps at the end. Now for box formation, the flaps are usually smaller than this, but the reason I've done them so large is to help make your boxes reinforced. There didn't seem to be any point in losing those pieces of card when we could be using them to make our box structure stronger. So that's what I've done. I'm going to let these little bits go tacky now so that I get an instant grab. But that'll only take a moment if I spread it out. The glue I use is called Kalal, and it's alcohol based, so there's no water content, so it dries really quickly, and also doesn't buckle your paper. It's wonderful stuff. So then we start to form this box shape. Bring your flaps up underneath and line them up at the corners so everything's nice and flush and square. Go on fella, go on in. Should have put that in before I stick it together. There we go, look at that, I've made a mess there. There we are. There's your little box. Oh my goodness, looks great. This is the first time I've actually made these. As you might know, I design everything in my head, And then I prototype live. So I've done boxes very similar to this. I haven't done this exact one, so this is a revelation to me. And then you can turn these little edges here, which are also designed to give you some more strength, but also, and importantly, they give you that nice folded edge. So you haven't got a raw edge flapping about, which annoys me. I think it just next levels your paper creations with those little attentions to detail. So here is your finished box, looking lovely. And on this page that the box comes on, you also get 4 labels. You've got a lace label, and you can use your spools there with your lace all nicely arranged on there. You've got a label for ribbons, also using your little spools to store your ribbon. You've got a label for ephemera, and that's for your little envelopes that you've labelled with the contents of your ephemera there. And you've also got buttons, and you've got a choice of 2 storage methods there. You've got these lovely little guys. This is working very, very well for me with this double-sided tape. You can store your buttons on the little button cards here. And also, if you've got buttons that won't stick flat, you can also use more envelopes to store your buttons in. And you also get, of course, lots and lots of little butterflies, and you can stick those anywhere and everywhere, and you can stick them flat, or you could fold them slightly and have them as a raised 3D kind of affair going on. So I'll leave that to your creativity to do those. And let's move on now to the last little bit, which is the washi tape story box. The washi tape storage box, and there's a story behind that, and that is our Janet at the Magical Paper Pantry was cleaning out her drawers and wanted something to store her washi tape in, and she was using something from the seed packet kit that I'd previously created, and I said, hang on there, just hang on, I'm going to make a proper box for you. So we made this proper box for her, and that's how the ephemera kit came into being. So I'm just scoring all of these lines that I can see on the page. I've missed quite a few of them. Right, so again, I'm going to cut down this edge here, and I'm going to cut down to where those lines intersect, and the same on the other side. We've got 2 long lines to cut, and we've got 2 short lines to cut like this. And same again, it's exactly the same principle as the box we've just made. We're going to fold all of our score lines to the centre. Look at this backing sheet. I love this backing sheet. You may see this pop up in other kits. I think it's so pretty. It works so well. There we go. And yeah, let's turn it over. Let's glue these 4 flaps in the corners. And spread it about a bit so I get to go tacky quickly. Always pains me to lose little bits of that. That's really pretty and I'm going to lose it, but there we go. Right, let's form our box. We're going to tuck our flaps to the inside and bring the... Oh, there's a one I didn't fold there. Look at that. and bring that up there to make a nice corner. Fold these in before we start, actually. Get in there. Right, now glue. Talking serious business here now, no messing about. So we're going to make our 90-degree corners there, all nice and tight. And then we're going to put some glue on these 4 top flaps. Again, as with the other box, just to give us a nice finished edge and also aids to the rigidity. I like to put a lot of thought into my box designs and say how much can I actually get onto one sheet that really makes the best box I can possibly make. I love that kind of problem solving activity. It's my jam. And then fold all these pieces inwards to form the actual lovely folded edges of this box. And there we have our washi tape storage box complete. There is a label to go on the front. I might as well pop that on because that's not going to be used for anything else. And pop that on the front. And I've got some butterflies that I can spread about the place. I might as well pop a few on randomly, because butterflies are quite random little guys, aren't they? So I won't overthink that. Now I've got lots to play with, and I'm going to put this one up at the top here. These are going on flat, but any I want to put on the front. So let's pop a nice little one on. Oh gosh, look at him, he's so tiny, really cute. I'll pop him, whoops, on the front with his wings folded out slightly, so I've got that 3D effect. Look at that, doesn't that look so sweet? He could do with a friend. I'm going butterfly crazy now, guys. Where will it end? They say less is more. When it comes to butterflies, I don't agree. I think more is more. Look at that. That looks fabulous. And then that will store all of your washi tape just nicely. Now, I'm not a big user of washi tape, so I can't lay my hands on loads of rolls, but you can see you can get quite a few rolls in there, and then from the front you can still see your washi tape as well because you've got these angled sides. So there you go. I hope that video was useful. I'm going to go and faff about with these and finish them off and decorate them, and then I'm going to come back and show you what I've done. So here we are then. I've had a play, and I've printed out some more boxes and got some lace on the go, and I've put some ribbon on my ribbon spools. This looks really good. And the lace here, I thought it worthy of note. I thought I'd push it, see how much I could get on. And this one here is 2 meters of 1 inch wide cotton lace. So that's quite a lot of lace I've got on there. I got some other pretty cotton laces going on. Oh, look at them. I love my lace collection. This is just a little bit of all the bits and bobs of cotton lace that I've got in various shades of antiqueness. Love those. The buttons I'm particularly fond of. I love the double-sided adhesive approach to those. I've got my little ladybirds and my little beads, these are in the middle here, and then I've got these all laid out and ready to go. So that works really, really well. They all fit in that little box there. My ephemera, I've got to admit, I've got a way to go with organising my ephemera. But the bits that I've got in there, that's really useful. I've got lots of butterflies left over from this very kit in there, along with a hair in most things in this house. There we go. And I've written this on in pencil as well, so that as and when I want to change, I can reuse those envelopes. I don't have to go wasting things or remaking things. And then for my ribbon, I've got a long way to go with categorising and storing my ribbon as well. And I think I'll do it in different colourways. But at the moment I've just got a few, got more to do there. And then my washi tapes. I'm not a great user of washi tapes, but I've managed to get enough together for the sake of this video so I can show you what they look like. I've got 2 wide ones and 3 narrow ones, 4 narrow ones in there. So that's quite a good amount of storage, and it's nice that you've got this matching set and you can still see your washi tapes as well, and you can see your buttons. You can sort through in this kind of filing kind of way like that. So there we go. You're not on the best angle there for viewing these things, but here they all done. They look lovely together. Let me see if I can just lay these down flat for you, give you a better idea of how they all look together like that. I hope you enjoy those, and I will see you next time.